What is going on, guys? I am the FD Guru, bringing to you guys a Wednesday edition of my NBA DFS podcast. We have a massive slate of NBA games tonight, which is awesome. Last night only had 3 games, and it looked like a pretty promising slate until the games kind of played out very poorly. A lot of the chalk guys did not pan out, which is unfortunate. Looking to bounce back, though, we have 12 games tonight. There's already a good amount of value on tonight's slate, and a lot of things can change. There's a lot of studs who are questionable right now, so we have to keep an eye out on news, because I was looking through this player pool, and there's a good amount of guys who are questionable. Clint Capella, questionable. I don't count the Lakers guys because they always end up playing, but there's just a bunch of other studs. Domantas Sabonis, he's questionable. My cash team almost cashed with him getting hurt in the first quarter 2 nights ago, which is crazy, but he's questionable. Jimmy Butler's already ruled out, and there's a bunch of other guys. You just got to keep an eye out on some updated news, but there are a good amount of value plays right now in the early going today. As usual, I'm going to give you guys one play for each position, using FanDuel salary. So Chris Paul, I love Chris Paul tonight. Another revenge game for him against the OKC Thunder. He's at home. He's only 7,400. And the huge thing here is Devin Booker is out. Devin Booker was out last game, and Chris Paul played 42 minutes, and he got 55 fantasy points. That is not a coincidence. With Booker off the court, Chris Paul ends up being basically their number one option. His usage rate goes up. And he's just too much of a value play tonight to ignore. 7,400, he needs like 37 fantasy points for value. Again, he got 55 when Booker was out last game, so I love this play. Nice little revenge narrative, too, against the Thunder. Shooting guard, I love Jordan Clarkson here. The big news here is Donovan Mitchell has been ruled out tonight with a concussion. Jordan Clarkson will probably still come off the bench, but he's going to have a lot more usage with Donovan Mitchell out. This guy puts up over 25 basically every game. He's averaging 28 on the year. He was $6,000 last night, and he dropped $700, which is a lot. He still hit value at $6,000 last night, getting 34. And other than 2 games ago against Golden State, this guy has been a walking bucket. He's averaging 17 points off the bench. He's really putting himself in the runner for 6th man of the year. He's playing really, really well, and that usage is only going to go up without Donovan Mitchell tonight. I could see Jordan Clarkson easily finishing out this game for the Utah Jazz. Small forward, I'm looking at Brandon Ingram. He's not exactly a lock, but I thought I'd give a more of a stud kind of play, at least one in this video, because the other guys are really cheap. I just really like this matchup a lot for Brandon Ingram. This game has a lot of points to be had. It's a big over-under, and Ingram should be able to really benefit from this fast-paced game against the Washington Wizards. The Wizards always play fast with Beal and Russell Westbrook, so I think Ingram has a really high ceiling tonight. I think he could reach 50. He's been pretty underwhelming over the last 2 weeks. He hasn't gotten more than 36, but we all know how good of a player Brandon Ingram is. Before that, he was averaging, mid-40s. He even got into 50s. And there's no reason in this matchup why he can't do that. Maybe more of a GBP guy because he hasn't been so consistent. But his ceiling is really, really high tonight, in my opinion. So I think he's a great medium risk, high reward kind of player at small forward tonight. Power forward, same idea as Chris Paul here. Jay Crowder started in the absence of Devin Booker last game. I expect Crowder to start once again, and Crowder always plays well when he starts. Sometimes he finds himself on the back burner when he doesn't make the starting lineup and he doesn't really produce. But 44 minutes last game, that's no joke without Devin Booker. So I like a pairing of him and Chris Paul in cash games tonight. 4,800 is a fine price on him. He got 35 last game with no Devin Booker. Expect him to get easily over 25 tonight with that extra usage. I could see them going to him quite often tonight. You got Chris Paul, you got DeAndre Ayton And then Crowder's really the next guy up for scoring. So I do like Crowder at 4,800 tonight at power forward. It's a great value play. And then for center, I'm just plugging in Mason Plumlee right now. I don't know if he's a lock, but Blake Griffin is already ruled out tonight for rest. And the Cleveland Cavaliers have Andre Drummond and Jarrett Allen to throw at the Pistons. They're going to need all the big men they can put out tonight. And without Blake Griffin, Plumlee should have his hands full as long as he can stay out of foul trouble. Crossing my fingers on that one. Plumlee could be an awesome play at 4,400. He needs 22 fantasy points to reach value, and he's got a really high ceiling. As you can see, he can be pretty good, over 30 in, like a quarter of his games. He gets over 20 pretty often. He's averaging 26 on the year, and that's with Blake Griffin playing in most of these games. So without Blake Griffin tonight, Plumlee should be a great value play and see some extra usage at 4,400. It's a great play in my opinion. Things could change though as we get closer to lock. That'll sum up today's video, guys. I hope you guys have a good Wednesday. Buy into those GameStop stocks while you can, because it's really going up, but it should drop soon. So until next time, I am the FD Guru, and I am signing off. See you.